Good morning. Honored guests and celebrants, the ceremony will begin shortly. Please take your seats and please turn off your cell phones.
I visited Loyola. This was my first time ever coming to Chicago, and I just stepped on campus and it felt right. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too small, it was exactly where I wanted to be.
I came from a Jesuit university myself, so I knew what it meant and how they are really committed to the social impact work, and so it made sense for me to come and study an MBA focused on social impact in Loyola and in the city.
I chose Loyola because of their commitment to health equity and their patient-centered approach to care. And both of those are informed by this Jesuit notion of the inherent dignity of all people.
When I originally came in, I felt welcomed. It felt like I went from being a student to having a family.
So right when the pandemic hit, we had to go home. I think this was like the week before spring break.
We had the metaphorical rug pulled out from underneath our feet, and all of a sudden everything was switched to online. And yeah, it was of course challenging. We were isolated. We were not able to see those people, our classmates, who had been such an incredible support system for those first 2 years.
I think the biggest roadblock during that time was trying to stay focused.
I lived in a really social dorm my freshman year, and then that was a really hard thing to just be done and go home.
We handled it with grace, and I was just humbled by some of the resiliency of many of my classmates.
Somehow still staying connected with the people that I had met, whether it be on Zoom, whether it be on FaceTime.
My program was very helpful in creating this community. We would have virtual coffee talks.
We made projects together. We would get online and we would form groups and we would help each other in class.
That's something I will appreciate always. Like, I have this Friends for Life that Loyola gave me here in Chicago.
So with the pandemic came a really big time for reflection within myself. So I ended up changing my focus from medicine to public health, more specifically into what is epidemiology.
When coming back to campus, though, I think the biggest thing was joining clubs that matter to me and getting involved in the clubs that I'm in. So in my sorority, getting involved with being in the sisterhood stuff and getting involved with teaching new members and helping them to come back into the sorority.
When I look at my classmates who did not relent in their collective pursuit of their medical education, I'm filled with hope.
After graduation, I will continue working at Driehaus Capital Management, now as a full-time employee.
So the hope and dream is getting a job within epidemiology.
So a couple days ago I found out that I'll be going to Columbia for internal medicine residency.
I have been exposed to some corporate recruiting, which has kind of given me insight into where I want to take my psychology degree. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be taking on a full-time position as a recruiter at LaSalle Network.
When I look back, I am going to say, I did it. I did it with the help of Loyola, the family bond that I built, joining together and completing what I started.
I would say that it definitely has set me up to manage my expectations and to kind of persevere through whatever difficult situation is happening, whether it be my work life, whether it be personal life, academic life.
We found Friends for Life here, and I feel incredibly blessed to have been a part of this community and really found my people during these past 5 years.
Honored guests and celebrants, may I have your attention, please, so we may begin the ceremony. My name is Dr. Lee Schmidt, and I am the Executive Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing. I draw your attention to the faculty processional that will be led by members of Loyola's Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and the members of the Dean's Party. President Rooney, Provost Callahan, Dean Finnegan, officers of the university, guests of honor, members of the faculty and administration, candidates for graduation, and their family and friends. Welcome to the 152nd Annual Commencement of Loyola University Chicago for the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing. As we begin, let us pause for a moment to draw our attention to the university's land acknowledgement statement, both on the screen and on the inside of your program, honoring the heritage of the grounds we walk on. Now, will everyone who is able please stand as the Loyola University Wind Ensemble plays the national anthem. We ask that you remain standing until after the invocation is given. It is now my privilege to present Reverend Patrick Gilger of the Society of Jesus, who will give the invocation.
Please pray with me. Father, you are the gatherer of all that has been scattered in creation. We feel and know in these times of tumult that sometimes this scattering means loss or disruption or confusion. Please gather, we ask you, from all those places in our world where good things have been scattered and lost, and from all those places within us ourselves where we feel scattered and lost. Please gather all of this that might have been lost and which you love, Father. Please gather it today and protect it and keep it safe from harm. But Father, we also know and we feel on this day of great joy that at other times scattering means not loss, but giving joyfully. It means giving without counting the cost. It means a donation of intellectual talents, of generous hearts. It means a pouring out in love of all that we have cultivated and labored for and now possess. This is how these graduates gathered here before you, Father, have scattered. In their years of study, they have scattered with the gift of their minds. In their years of labor, they have scattered the gift of their hands. In their years of friendship and companionship with one another, they have scattered the gift of their hearts. In such generous giving, they themselves have borne much fruit, and we are grateful. Please gather up, Father, these gifts that they have offered, that they have become capable of offering in their years here at Loyola. Gather up these gifts they have offered, and in so doing, on this very day which we celebrate them, gather also their very selves to yourself, and bless them. We ask this, Father, in your Son's name, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.
If everyone would please be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Joanne Rooney, President of Loyola University Chicago, who will offer a few words of welcome.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the students, faculty, staff, and trustees of Loyola University Chicago and our worldwide network of alumni, family, and friends, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and this, the 2022 annual commencement for Loyola University Chicago. This year, we celebrate more than 5,000 graduates across 11 ceremonies in one joy-filled week. Being able to celebrate together this year adds an extra level of excitement to an already momentous occasion. Following many months of constant adjustment, isolating solitude, remote learning, and virtual ceremonies, we have learned not to take some of the most basic things for granted, such as joining together as community, or exchanging face-to-face greetings, or sharing that special hug. I extend heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates, and the warmest of wishes to all the families, friends, and loved ones here with us today. Despite the uncertainties and constant challenges you encountered during this global pandemic, you have adapted and you have persevered. With resolve and resilience, you continue to connect, to learn, and to care for each other. You navigated constant changes while supporting one another and worked hard as you completed your degrees. This is the real definition of being Jesuit educated. Of course, there were countless difficult moments and even some periods filled with doubt. But we have all been inspired by your resilience, creativity, and determination as you navigated so much change and uncertainty. Yet through it all, we have a renewed appreciation that we are all in this together, and none of us can accomplish great things alone. Let us take a moment to appreciate each other, students, families, faculty, and staff, for the many ways you lifted one another up, persevered, and leaned into a greater goal and the greater good. Let's join together in applause for each other. At this Jesuit Catholic university, we understand that there is no learning without love, no success without kindness, no scholarship without accompaniment. There is no justice without mercy, no reason without faith, and no healing without hope. Our coming together today is a collective act of hope and love. We come from many backgrounds and celebrate as one achievements across many fields. We connect not only to mark this milestone, but also to affirm as a community our commitment to the values of Jesuit education, civil discourse, deeper understanding, greater justice achieved through education, research, and service to others, and seeking and seeing God in all things. To this class of 2022, as you transition from student to graduate, it is important to recognize that it is your calling, your responsibility to apply these values across a world that is in need of hope, commitment to action, and leaders like you. But for right now, at this moment, let us focus on the present It is time to celebrate and commence.
It is now my pleasure to present Dr. Lorna Finnegan, Dean of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing. Dean Finnegan.
Welcome. I am delighted to be with you today and proud to say congratulations, graduates of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing, class of 2022. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and the entire Loyola University community, we celebrate your significant achievement. I would like to thank the Loyola Wind Ensemble for providing us with their wonderful musical talents today. While commencement and similar transitions can be a time of reflection and anticipation, these feelings may be magnified today. We are living in an ever-changing pandemic that has accompanied you on your educational journey at Loyola. While some of you are launching your nursing career and others are advancing to the next step, all of you have played a crucial role during one of the most difficult times in history. It is fitting that today should take place in May during National Nurses Month, and this is Nurses Week, for which this year's theme is You Make a Difference. Nurses have made a difference during every health crisis since the days of Florence Nightingale. This pandemic is no exception. Nurses are innovators. It was a nurse who designed a low-cost protective face shield that was mass-produced to provide protection to frontline health workers. And it was a nurse who designed Real Talk, Real Time, a virtual rounding tool used to provide comfort to family members when they were unable to visit. Nurses are champions of health equity. This ongoing pandemic has brought to light long-standing systemic issues like health and social inequities and structural racism. Collectively, as the largest healthcare profession, nurses have the capacity to move our nation forward in achieving health equity. Last year, the National Academies Press published The Future of Nursing 2020-2030, charting a path to achieve health equity. This much anticipated report recognizes the essential role of nurses in reducing health disparities and helping people achieve their fullest health potential. This includes addressing social determinants of health, the conditions in which a person lives, works, worships, prays, and in each interaction you have with a patient, family, community, or healthcare system. Nurses can make a difference. You can make a difference. Your Loyola nursing education has prepared you for this moment. You have learned to build and work with interprofessional teams. You have been instilled with cura personalis, care of the whole person. You are empowered with the knowledge and skills to create innovative solutions that address health equity. Rely on that influence and use that power wisely. And along your way, know you are always welcome to return to campus and share your stories with us. We love hearing about the impact that our alumni have in the world, and that helps us prepare for the next generation of nurses. At a faculty and staff retreat last year, we spent the day defining our why statement. Our why is to build relationships so that lives are positively transformed. Today, as you prepare for the next step in your nursing career, I challenge you to make a difference and positively transform the lives of individuals, families, and communities through the relationships you build as a Loyola nurse. Congratulations. Thank you.
With pleasure, I present Keith Bakken, candidate for the degree of Doctor of Nursing Practice, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the entire student community of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing.
Thank you, Dr. Schmidt. Wow, we made it. My name is Keith Bakken. I am a DNP candidate here at Loyola. It's my pleasure to address the 2022 Loyola University Chicago Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing graduates. Welcome to friends and family of the graduates. A special welcome to the distinguished faculty here today. All of you, friends, family, faculty, have made an impact on the graduates who sit before me, and so we thank you. Now, the title of my reflection is Grandpa Goes to Grad School. Yes, I'm proud to say that I'm a grandpa. I have 2 grandsons whose company gives me great joy in a world that needs more joy. But I'm not here to talk about my grandsons. I want to talk about being a lifelong learner. Now, some of my friends are retiring. They're ending their careers and seeking to hone their golf skills. And me, I decided to get my doctorate. And my friends think I'm crazy. Some have asked why, and why now? And the answer is easy. I'm a late bloomer. But really, more than that, it's because I'm a nurse. And I believe nurses are lifelong learners. Can I get an amen? So the word retirement has a new meaning. Retirement means get a new set of tires. Now, some of the most important competencies of nursing are questioning, researching, analysis, learning, growing, caring, improving, documenting, and the cycle begins again with another PICO question. We must not stop with the achievement of a degree. Learning continues, but learning itself is not the end. Learning is not simply to accumulate knowledge. We learn so we can disseminate knowledge. We translate, we apply what we learn, we share, we contribute to scholarship, and we continue to probe and ask questions, and we keep serving our patients and populations fueled by evidence and a passion for population health. I'm so glad that my educational journey brought me to Loyola. I became intrigued by St. Ignatius of Loyola, and especially the logo, the Loyola logo of the kettle and the wolves. And I found that logo curious. A legend has it that it was developed, that Loyola was developed from 2 ancient words, lobo for wolf and ola for cauldron or kettle. Lobo and ola developed into Loyola. And many of you know the story, the legend of the Loyola family from Spain. A family so generous that meals were not just for family. They fed soldiers, and their goodness overflowed because they made enough to feed the animals. And this act of generosity is represented by the wolves and the kettle. And if you look carefully at the wolves, they're standing up. They almost look like they're dancing with joy. It sounds crazy, but generosity in a world bent on accumulation is a crazy dance. Generosity is exciting, and it has a return on investment. So let this legend of overflow and generosity drive your service to our profession. We as nurses need to lead with scholarship, but our knowledge leads to generosity. Now, a word of caution about all this learning and generosity. A wise person once said, "You cannot give away what you do not possess." So care of self is required. And for me, during this difficult and bewildering time as a doctoral student during the global pandemic, I have turned to running, bicycling, long walks, morning prayers, reflections on the scriptures to nurture my soul. And I cling to nursing's true north on the compass, which is improving health outcomes for vulnerable populations. And as we do this, we must all find a way to keep joy in our lives, joy in our work, for we cannot share with others what we do not have. So how can we as nurses continue to live into the values of Loyola University Chicago? Beyond our lives as clinicians and educators, our generosity can continue. It can be serving on boards, serving with a nonprofit, writing a letter to a senator, staying connected to family and friends and colleagues, and our university. The generosity modeled by the Loyola family should catalyze our spirits, and we can find our next hill to climb. There's always something meaningful we can do. We find another way to give back. If we stop learning, if we stop serving, then we stop living. Nurses and future nurses, you know, we have a lot of acronyms and abbreviations in healthcare. And nurses are known for having a lot of letters after our names. And I want to add 3 more. LLL, lifelong learner. So Loyola graduates, we're just getting started. We have a new set of tires. Where will you roll? How will you roll? Lifelong learner. That's the legacy I want to leave to my grandsons. Why did Grandpa go to grad school? Because I'm a registered nurse whose professional obligation is to be a lifelong learner. And today, I get to say that I'm a graduate of Loyola. Remember, the word is commencement. It's not the end. It is a new beginning. In conclusion, I would like to thank my advisor here at Loyola, Dr. Audrey Klopp. Dr. Klopp, your insights, your kindness, your leadership, your support were immense. I want to thank my DMP cohort for putting up with me, and I wish to thank the following faculty, Drs. Donnelly, Peronsky, Schmidt, O'Rourke, Tenfeld, Dr. Tell, and Dr. Bobet. All of you spoke wisdom into me. I'm grateful for your instruction. And most of all, I do want to say thank you to my wife, Lori, who's a labor and delivery nurse and a Daisy Award winner. Lori. Hey, and hands down the best nurse in our family. Lori, thank you for journeying with me. So when my grandsons ask me, Grandpa, what did you do during the pandemic? I can say, I got my doctorate in nursing practice at Loyola, and I have a new set of tires, and graduates, so do you. So my charge to all of us, no matter your age, your rank, your stage in life, we never stop learning. Congratulations, Loyola graduates.
Thank you, Keith. At this time, I would like to invite Dean Lorna Finnegan to the podium to introduce our commencement speaker.
I am pleased to welcome our commencement speaker, Dr. Jacqueline Taylor, Helen F. Pettit Professor of Nursing and founder and executive director of the Center for Research on People of Color at the Columbia University School of Nursing. Dr. Taylor earned her Bachelor of Science and Master of Science and PhD degrees from Wayne State University. She is a pediatric nurse practitioner with a long history of practice and research focused on health equity. Dr. Taylor's research focuses on the interaction of omics and social factors that contribute to health disparities for common chronic conditions among underrepresented minority populations in the United States and vulnerable populations abroad. The vision of the Center for Research on People of Color is to serve as a hub for effective interdisciplinary scholarly work focused on health equity and justice for people and communities of color. Dr. Taylor has received many honors and awards throughout her career. She's a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing and the American Heart Association. She was inducted into the Sigma Theta Tau International Hall of Fame, and she was elected into the National Academy of Medicine. In 2017, she was honored with the Presidential Early Career Award for scientists and engineers by President Barack Obama, the highest honor awarded by the federal government to scientists and engineers. Dr. Taylor is unable to be with us in person today, but we are pleased to welcome her in a live stream presentation. Thank you, Dr. Taylor, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It's truly an honor and a pleasure to be with you all today. And thank you for the lovely introduction. Good morning, everyone. Although I'm virtual, I can see the exuberance in the room from watching the commencement marches as you came into the auditorium. It's a pleasure to be here and to celebrate this monumental achievement with each and every one of you. I will focus my remarks today on what inspired me to become a nurse, what it means to be a nurse in 2022, and what advice I have for you, the new generation of nurses. There have been and continues to be many nurses that have made an impact on my nursing career. Early on, at the age of 6, I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor and had to have a nephrectomy, had to have chemotherapy, and it was the nurse at the bedside that provided excellent care to me and my family. This nurse, who was highly skilled and knowledgeable, was an African-American woman named Jackie, by the way, and she was practicing at the University of Michigan Children's Hospital. The care that she provided to me and my family was astonishing. I admired her from the time that she started taking care of me, and I thought, wow, if only I could do this and provide an impact as she has for the people that I encounter for the rest of my life. That would be my joy to do this. In addition to her skill, she exuded kindness, patience, and provided education to my parents and I on what to expect and how to best manage my condition. This experience motivated me to pursue nursing so that I could have a positive impact on others' lives as she had on mine. Fast forward now to 2022, where we are still in an almost 2-year-long global pandemic, and nurses have given generously and tirelessly of their talents and care to multitudes of patients and families. To say that being a nurse today is a challenge would be a gross understatement. Although challenging, the rewards of caring for people, being an integral part of recovery and well-being, and leading the nation through a tumultuous time can be both overwhelming and fulfilling all at once. Nurses have and continue to make enormous imprints on society via practice, research, policy, and community outreach that have been vital in not only preventative care, such as vaccines, testing, but also in interventions in health education on many, many health conditions. My advice to nurses now would be that we should all recognize the greatness in ourselves and the diversity that we bring, that we have stepped up to the plate pre, during, and hopefully soon post-pandemic, and have been instrumental in immediate change during difficult times. These experiences of shifting to the immediate needs of the patients and communities that we serve is a gift. These gifts showcase our talents of being able to adapt as the seas go from calm to stormy in no time at all. I would advise you, the new generation of nurses, to continue on the path of change that has been charted and operate under the confidence of all of our experiences of being able to bail out the ship while steering a new course. The way forward is what we as nurses have modeled for society. Plan together, involve diverse communities and other stakeholders, and above all, be bold. Enjoy your achievements on this day and many days and years to come. Congratulations, 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 and onward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. The candidates for the Doctor of Nursing practice degree will now be presented. Dean Finnegan will make the recommendation to President Rooney, who in turn will confer the degrees. I would like to invite Dr. Rooney and Dean Finnegan to the podium. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing practice please rise?
President Rooney, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Nursing Practice. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I confer upon you the Doctor of Nursing Practice degrees for which you have been recommended. As a sign of your new academic status, you will be hooded by your director. Congratulations, graduates.
The graduates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Susan Buchel, Assistant Dean of Graduate Clinical Programs, will read the names of the graduates. One of our long-standing traditions is to have each of our graduates shake the hands of the President and Dean as they walk across the stage and accept their diploma. This year, out of an abundance of caution and respect for our graduates and their guests, at each of our ceremonies throughout the week, we ask that you forego the customary handshake and instead exchange verbal greetings. Thank you for your understanding. Family and friends, please remain in your seats and hold your applause until the end of the entire degree group. Guests are not permitted to approach the stage to take photographs. We thank you for your cooperation.
Tracy C. Abraham, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Improving Influenza Vaccination Rates in Low Socioeconomic African American Pregnant Women, an interprofessional approach to improving immunization rates. Project Director, Dr. Lindsay Garfield. Susan Marie Bednar, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, an evidence-based geriatric falls risk reduction program in the emergency department. Project director was Dr. Eric Roberts. Today will be hooded by Dr. Audrey Klopp. Sheena Tiana Estefanos, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, A Quality Improvement Project, Increasing Universal Human Immunodeficiency Virus Screening in Primary Care. Project Director, Dr. Eric Roberts. Today will be hooded by Dr. Audrey Klopp. Angela Ferguson, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Guidelines for the Care of Chronic Opioid Users with the Help of Clinical Depression Support Tool. Project Director, Dr. Fran Velasquez, hooded today by Dr. Audrey Klopp. Trisha Littig, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Implementation of Intradialytic Hypotension Prevention Pathway for Hemodialysis Patients. Project Director, Dr. Eric Roberts, hooded by Dr. Audrey Klopp. Sally J. Walton, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, An Interdisciplinary Approach to Safety Event Report Feedback. Project Director, Dr. Audrey Klopp. Ava Blackowitz, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Antibiotic Stewardship Protocol, a practice improvement project for prophylactic antibiotic use for flexible cystoscopy. Project Director, Dr. Kathleen Poronsky. Kathleen Laureen Taylor, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Implementing a Clinical Decision Support Bundle for Diabetes Management, an evidence-based quality improvement project. Project Director, Dr. Kathleen Poronsky. Anne Marie Butoff, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Repetition and Simulation, Promoting Competence and Confidence. Project Director, Dr. Joanne Dunderdale. Mary Lang, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Improving Barcode Medication Administration with Mindfulness and Teamwork. Project Director, Dr. Kathleen Bobet. Wayoon Lee, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Using the Evidence, Developing an ICU Delirium Protocol. Project Director, Dr. Kimberly Oosterhuis. Jovianne Celis Myers, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Non-Pharmacological Sleep Bundle in the Intensive Care Unit. Project Director, Dr. Kimberly Oosterhuis. Kate Erin Misek, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Navigating Adolescent Obesity, a multifaceted approach to improve health habits of minority and low-income teens. Project Director, Dr. Ann Andrioni. Lene Samuelson, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Intimate Partner Violence Screening in a College Health Center. Project Director, Dr. Sandy Tenfeld. Gins Vargas Thatchell, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Implementation of Consistent Scripted Hourly Rounding to Improve Patient Satisfaction. Project Director, Dr. Carol Kostovich. Cindy L. Watson, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, A Feasibility Project, Increasing Experienced Registered Nurses' Peripheral Intravenous Access Knowledge and Skills in Home Infusion Therapy using a Blended Educational Approach. Project Director, Dr. Jennifer O'Rourke. Cynthia Denise Young. Project title, COVID-19, Impacting a Community Through Collaboration with Cicero Health Department. Project Director, Dr. Georgia Connor. Keith Backen, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Project title, Reducing Readmission, Implementing a Bidirectional Apparent Cause Analysis to Reduce Skilled Nursing Facility Rehospitalizations, a Quality Improvement Process. Project Director, Dr. Audrey Klopp.
Let's congratulate all of our graduates with the Doctor of Nursing Practice. Will the candidates for the master's degree from the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing please rise? Dean Finnegan will make the recommendations to President Rooney, who will in turn confer the degrees.
Okay. Just a second. President Rooney, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Nursing. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I confer upon you the master's degrees for which you have been recommended. As a sign of your new academic status, please don your hoods. And congratulations, graduates.
The graduates for the master's degree will now come forward as directed by the marshals to be recognized by name. Candidates who have not yet been taken out of their rows may be seated again. Candidates who have not been taken out of your rows may be seated again. Dr. Susan Buchel will read the names for the graduates of the Master of Science in Nursing.
Renee Abdella. Erica Artega. Emily Ann Balms. Grant Eric Berquist. Marie Briggs. Yehuda Lior Bromberg. Emily Bruce. Kiera Tashune Bryant. Michelle Marie Burns. Candace Marie Carroll. Krista Renee Carroll. Shannon Lee Casey. Dawn Marie Conway. Allison Michelle Dacre. Jennifer Mary Dixon Johnson. Delisha Dupuy. Teresa Ellingson. Vanessa Elizabeth Galloway. Jamie Lee Gabecken. Catherine Freeman Giesecke. Caitlin Nicole Hamlin. Lemma Harani. Stephanie Lynn Hurwitz. Brittany Elizabeth Kamal. Tamara King Morrison. Stephanie Lynn Kakisik. Amelia Ray Kanowski. Claire Langell. Kimberly Gazam La Rosa. Martha J. Magana. Brandy Prince. Lamis Mahmood. Leanne C. McGonigal. Taylene Lisa Majukian. Michael Edward Moon. Juliana Nalisnik. Nirmala Nupani. Yekaterina Noble. Andrea Kareem Perez. Maria Elena Perez. Mauricio O. Pineda. Christine Ivy Pohl. Lauren Elizabeth Pop. Candace Shopper. Lisbeth Segura. Larissa Ann Skillman. Agnieszka Lucina Strayek. Melissa Lee Tumpich. Teresa Velez. Casey Lee Wade. Lydia Elizabeth Welch. Anna Emily Roble.
Congratulations, graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree will now be presented. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree from the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing please rise? Dean Finnegan will make the recommendation to President Rooney, who will in turn confer the degrees.
President Rooney, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degree, and I recommend that the degree be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree for which you have been recommended. As a sign of your new academic status, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side. And congratulations, graduates!
The graduates for the bachelor's degree will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Candidates who have not yet been taken out of their rows may be seated again. Dr. Georgia Connor, Assistant Dean of the Undergraduate Programs, will read the names of the graduates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Family and friends, please remain in your seats and hold your applause until all graduates have been recognized.
Una Agic. Bea Gwen Isabel Aguiana, magna cum laude. Wejden Saeed Al-Ghamdi. Delaney L. Aliaga, cum laude. Rhea Francine Alicer, cum laude. Claire Marie Allier. Zaid Usama Amanullah. Maya Amin. Paul Thomas Anderson. Heather Lynn Akimi Araki, cum laude. Hussam Atea. Sophia Bagby. Elizabeth Ellen Barker. Madeline Rose Bond, cum laude. Madeline Helen Bizarek. Jordan Bergensen. Erin Nicole Bethune. Shayla Bouillon. Andrew Paul Bierlein. Ellie Catherine Birkstetter, magna cum laude. Alicia I. Big, cum laude. Erica Ryan Bitterlin. Simone Marie Black. Brian Thomas Bravo. Emily Ann Briscoe. Nicole Brown. Meredith G. Bruns. Lily M. Burke. Amanda Elena Capuano. Mary Abigail Carbonara. Mariella Rose Kashani. Caitlin Joy Ramos Casco, cum laude. Luceldi Casimiro. Crystal Castillo. Caroline Challenger. Ali Rafiq Chowdhury. Danny Chim. Lucy L. Chirayel. Jane H. Chun. Stephanie Lee Cicchetti. Maura Kathleen Cookington. Noah Mangoni Connolly, cum laude. Danielle Marie Costello. Cecilia Mary Crane, summa cum laude. Catherine Pearl Gamel Crouch. Jonna B. Crowley, cum laude. Arlene Madison Daniels. Kimberly A. Davis. Rachel Ann Tagliadegala. Katie Yingyi Deer, magna cum laude. Jordan Taylor DeLuca. Madeline Considine Delano. Olivia Joy Damaris, magna cum laude. Philip Michael Denner. Jessica Cameron Diaz, cum laude. Jalyn Ann Escozar Divina Gracia, cum laude. Amelia Lee DeVito. Maya Janadic, cum laude. Alana Lynn Foos, summa cum laude. Magdalene Rose Fox. Samuel Fu. Helena Maria Fugiel. Megan E. Fulton, summa cum laude. Phoebe Gadbaugh. Sharon Gao. Joseph A. Garbaz. Pamela Garcia. Stephanie Garcia Guerrero. Sandra George. Helen Elizabeth Gabra. Tess Garrison, cum laude. Ryan Michael Gillespie. Gabrielle Nicole Gonzalez, cum laude. John Richard Gorski. Tarek Guda. Alexander Grabowski. Maria Carmela Chua Guerra. Christy Hahn. Carly Jeanette Hagopian, cum laude. Kristen Brooke Hamill. Michaela Bree Harbinson. Alexandra Christina Harden. Geneva Antoinette Harris. Nina Mariz Isidoro Harris. Magnolia May Hickman, magna cum laude. Corina May Hoffer. Christopher Garcia Houchins. Bridget Mary O'Connor Howard. Taylor Elizabeth Jacobs. Violetta Jacupi. Lauren Elizabeth Jankowski. Mackenzie Ray Jakes. Rana Jude. Angelica Ray Chio Giuliano. Gabriella J. Kalada. Vraj Anish Karvari, magna cum laude. Courtney Nicole Kilbania. Chelsea Russell Killinger. Alexis Autumn Kim. Danby Kim. Joanne Shonwa Kim. Christina Sujin Kim, cum laude. Yumi Choi Kim. Michaela A. Kokonis O'Malley, magna cum laude. Olivia Sylvia Kopak, summa cum laude. Carson Elaine Coy. Iga Katarzyna Kriskowitz. Ashley Lynette Kuchta. Julia Kerpiel. Jenna Kwan. Alexa Jean Lagaste. Zakira Langia. Andrew Kirk Leach. Maggie Yafan Lee, magna cum laude. Emily A. Ligas. Cresselyn Munoz Ligo. Brianna Lynn Lindsay, cum laude. Kyle Lockhart. Amanda Rosemary Lathan. Samantha Lord. May Kim Liu. Florencia Lucero. Ru Ying Dean Lucan. Miranda K. Lukens. Miriam Marie Lynn. Carlin Nicole Manley. India L. Martin, summa cum laude. Erica L. Martinez. Victoria Michalina Marzek, cum laude. Miranda Blanco Mazzero. Caitlin Marie McCulley. Allison K. McIlvain, cum laude. Sydney Reed Meinson, magna cum laude. Jean Marie Meyer, summa cum laude. Cassie L. Mikulich. Camelia Minassian. Emma K. Moko, cum laude. Grace Nicole Mountain, cum laude. Miranda J. Muffoletto. Emily Bagby Munn. Jaslyn Kaur Nanwa. Talia Grace Natalizio. Lexi Ha Ngo. Serena Tao Win. Claire Marin Oliver. Monica Elizabeth Oliver. Johanna Leslie Olson. Stephen Jesus Orta Jr. Caitlin Mary O'Shea. Soleil Angel Palima. Alexia Erica Palmieri. Jennifer Lise Pascoli. Hinal Vinay Patel. Riti Patel, cum laude. Inez Pavlik, cum laude. Sophia Isabella Pavlovich. Grace Pearson. Natalie A. Peel, magna cum laude. Victoria Isabel Perez. Joaquin A. Posadas. Raymond Mark Ailes Prem. Olivia Michelle Pryor. Taylor Lenice Pruitt. Tori Jacqueline Puccinelli, summa cum laude. Natalia Porta. Asma Kadura. Michelle Jessica Rafich. Selma Redkovic. Bailey L. Remis, cum laude. Corinne Elizabeth Remis, magna cum laude. Dana Nicole Reynolds, cum laude. Antonia Olayton Roberts. Elia Heidi Rocha. Kylie Rodriguez. Allison Nicole Sedurl, magna cum laude. Angelou Albano Saguinson. Mariana Eve Salazar, cum laude. Madison Claire Sandmeyer. Alexandra D. Schickel. Kellen Marie Schmidt. Abriana Annalise Schuriers. Andrea Karina Serna Perez. Nariman A. Shahade. Ida Schramm. Emily K. Slimko, cum laude. Emma Catherine Summers. Anais Marie Stordal, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Streaker. Christopher Swazko. Suhaila Zaida, cum laude. Leandra Turan. Mu Taint Taint To. Sarah Megan To, cum laude. Kelly Twilin Tran, magna cum laude. Maikon Tran. John Marcus Toisson. Luke S. Urban, magna cum laude. Faith Marie Villamore Passes, magna cum laude. Whitney Ann Weiss. Danny Anthony Weisert. Krista Jean Welding. Jennifer Ashley Widmer. Natalie Michelle Wollis. Ashley T. Wright. Christina N. Ye, cum laude. Lauren Jakai Ye, magna cum laude. Jillian Marie Yozenek. Justin Kyle Zerbe. Eliza Diana Zeich. Congratulations, everybody.
Following the closing blessing, please join the graduates for a reception on the West Quad. We do ask that you remain in your seats until all graduates have exited the auditorium. It is now my privilege to invite Dr. Joanne Rooney, President of Loyola University Chicago, to the podium to offer a few remarks and give a final blessing. Dr. Rooney.
Members of the class of 2022, let's be real, it's been a long road, best described maybe as riding a roller coaster through a dark tunnel, unable to see the steep drops and hairpin turns, not certain when you would emerge into the light, but yet you did it. You graduated, so will everyone join me giving these grads a round of applause. Each of us, at various times throughout our lives, both sit upon the shoulders and follow in the footsteps of others who came before us. Just over 500 years ago, St. Ignatius of Loyola and a small group of colleagues made a pledge to each other. They vowed to study, work, and pray together. They pledged to propagate a faith that melded spirituality with deep inquiry, fostering that dynamic tension between formation of the mind academically with formation of deep spirituality and trust in God. When they founded the Society of Jesus and its educational mission and method, they did so in a spirit of intellectual and cultural openness that fundamentally shifted Christianity and Western culture. The Jesuits did not promote a blind, unquestioning faith. Their revolutionary approach blended spiritual and educational methods that opened hearts and minds to art and to science, to reason and to rhetoric. Through deep inquiry, observation, debate, and discourse, they looked for God, God in all things, and they did all of this in service to others. Ignatius and the Jesuits created a system of education that integrated study and research, rigor and compassion, contemplation and conversation, but all with active engagement among the people, societies, and cultures around them. In short, the Jesuits moved beyond the secure walls of the monastery and fearlessly engaged with the world around them to advocate change and lift up those who suffer. Today, that same mission is entrusted to you and embodied in you. Graduates, you are challenged to act, going to the margins of our society in service to the poor and underserved, and expanding the frontiers of knowledge to support that very same service. You have embraced your Jesuit education not simply as a way to distinguish yourself in a career, but as a way to learn, to lead, and to serve in your place and time in this world. Now, on its face, this idea of service may seem straightforward and uncomplicated. It is not. I was reminded of this recently in a Western civilization class that I attended, taught by our very own Professor Buchholz. Civilization, civilized society, is at its core about community, about greetings and sympathy. As members of a community, we must be willing to reach deep within ourselves to engage with each other, not just via a video or text, but face to face, human connection to human connection. It is receiving each other and interacting on a personal level. The smile, the nod, the acknowledgement, the embrace. But along with greeting, we must also show sympathy, or a better description, true empathy. Committing ourselves to seeing each other, appreciating each other, understanding each other, and showing compassion and care. It is only then that we could be of real service, walking alongside and accompanying those in need. Recently, Pope Francis was much more direct, dare I say blunt, in his assessment, calling on each of us to put aside consumerism and self-centered desires to serve others. In a recent homily celebrating Mass for the World Day of the Poor, he stated, "Let us not waste our lives thinking only of ourselves. indifferent to others, or deluding ourselves into thinking peace and security. Instead, he said, we must look reality in the face and avoid the infection of indifference. The infection of indifference. As we emerge from the relative isolation of the pandemic, we are often struck and even consumed by all the sorrows and lessons we have learned over the past few years, even though we cannot undo the past. We also can become anxious and even overwhelmed when we focus on the future and all that we need to do to address the urgent issues in our neighborhoods, communities, and across the world. But try as we might, we cannot dictate the details of tomorrow. Learn from the past, yes. Contemplate the future, of course. However, equally important, what we must also do is be present in this moment. I urge you to regularly pause and engage with the present. Offer greetings and express empathy. Appreciate the beauty that surrounds us, the warmth of the sun, the uplifting sound of laughter, the vibrant colors of spring growth, the melodies of joyous music, the smile of a child, the poignant stories of an elder. My sincere prayer for each of you is that your Jesuit education affords you protection against the infection of indifference. That you continue to explore, grow, and learn, moving toward a hope-filled future, serving where the need is greatest. That you stay connected to the present, nourishing the good in your lives with love and optimism, sharing greetings and expressing sympathy. In these ways, you will be the difference and make the difference in all that you do. As I close, I would like to offer one final gesture of respect and gratitude to each one of you. Graduates of the Marcella Niehoff School of Nursing at Loyola University, Chicago, I tip my hat to you in congratulations. Graduates, I will ask that you please remain seated just for a few more moments. Everyone else, please stand if you are able. And if you can, please extend your hands over our graduates for a final blessing. The blessing is located on the last page of the program book, but it is also displayed on the screens behind me. If you could join with me, please. May God bless you and sustain you on this, your graduation day. May the Creator of this vast universe keep you safe as you go forth from this place that has nourished your mind and your soul. May the Almighty look down upon you and give you success in all your endeavors, courage in all your struggles and challenges, understanding in all that is new to you, wisdom to choose what is right and do what is good, perseverance in all you undertake, serenity and peace in the knowledge that you are not alone, that you are loved. May the Lord of all look kindly upon you this day and forever. Amen. And congratulations, graduates.
you.